Hello and welcome to Virtual Lagree yet again. This is Hannah and this is Kate. We are going to do 10 minutes of abs today. It's going to be so fun and fiery. We're going to be at the front of the machine for the full 10 minutes, kind of getting into the basics of beginner abs on the Megaformer. So hands are going to be on the front platform to start. Toes are going to be on the carriage. Go ahead and start the animation. You're going to start in a high plank hold. Send those legs out nice and long. Hips are lifted. From this high plank, you're going to bend those knees in under those hips and slowly extend those legs out. I want you to keep your hips in line with your shoulders for this entire move. So you'll notice as you send the legs out, your tendency is going to be to drop those hips. As you bend the knees in, your tendency is going to be to lift those hips. Notice Kate has that nice flat back no matter what she's doing. That's what we're going for. If you have wrist sensitivity, you can try bringing those hands down to those handlebars, those little foam rollers, instead of having them on the front platform. That's going to ease some tension on those wrists. So go ahead and take that modification if you so desire to do so. Nice and slow, super high tippy toes here. Beautiful. We're going to be up on those toes, up on those hands for 2 full moves. So you guys stay in it, breathe through it, nice and slow. For the next move, I am going to give you a variation that will allow you to drop down to the forearms if you have wrist sensitivity. So we have a plank to pike in 10 seconds. Toes stay where they are. Hands or forearms are going to be on the front platform. In 3, 2, 1. Hands or forearms are on the front platform. Toes stay where they are. From that plank hold, slowly pike those hips up to the sky. Slowly resist those hips back down. Nice, Kate. Kate chose to come down to those forearms. Totally fine. Just make sure all that body weight is evenly distributed between both forearms as you lift and lower. If this is too aggressive, you can drop down to the knees and give me a saw, hinging from the shoulders down on the forearms. Just keep that lower body quiet. Wherever you're at today, remember we want to keep it super slow. We want those controlled movements. If you choose that saw, make sure you tuck your hips under. There you go. Now hinge back away from the shoulders and forward. In that saw, we want to keep the shoulders aligned with the elbows. From there, you're hinging back and away. This is going to be the challenge zone. So as far as you can send yourself back, awesome. As you come forward, stop right when your shoulders align with those wrists. Beautiful job. Almost there. If you're in that plank to pike, remember to keep it slow. We don't want to lift and lower. This is not a speed competition. Super slow, controlled up. Super slow, controlled down. Breathing through it. We're going to turn this into a wheelbarrow. Hands are going to be on the platform or on those foam rollers on the front platform. Knees are going to be down just like Kate's knees are down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have that wheelbarrow. Hands are on the front platform or the foam rollers if you have wrist sensitivity. Tuck those hips under, then hinge back and away from those shoulders. Nice job. Micro bend in those elbows here. Kate has done 2 workouts today. This is her 3rd workout. She's killing it, breathing through it, and getting so strong today. So lower body stays quiet. She's not lifting or lowering her hips. She's just hinging from the shoulders. I want those shins to be planted down. Some of us have a tendency to cross our feet or lift our feet up. Fight to keep your shins planted down on the carriage. Nice job. Slowly send it back. Slowly bring it forward. If you have some shoulder pain, you can go ahead and just hold it, engage that core, and hold that modified plank on the carriage. Again, the challenge zone is behind you. So literally, we want to send ourselves as far back as we can. That's where you're challenging yourself. Then you have all that space where you have to work yourself forward. Then you're stopping right when your shoulders align with the elbows. Keep the shoulders rolled back away from the neck. 10 more seconds, Kate. You got this. Keep the shins planted down here. You're going to tuck those feet under the S-strap on the front platform and sit on your carriage for an S-strap crunch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So go ahead and sit on that carriage and face the front. Toes are going to come underneath that S-strap on the front platform. You're going to slowly hinge it back and hold it there. From there, just lift and lower that torso. Nice, Kate. So we want to hold ourselves down as low as we can. From there, it's tiny pulses up and down. The lower, the better. Nice job. Can you get a little bit lower? Send it all the way back. Give me that full range of motion crunch if you can. The more parallel your back is to the ground, the better. We want to stay in that point of tension. So you'll notice as you sit up, if you sit up all the way, you lose that tension that we're working so hard to build. So try to stay nice and low. From there, just get lower, pulse it out, or give me that full range of motion. If you're in full range of motion, I want you to really focus on fighting against sitting up all the way. Keep that hinge backward. Let that core engagement build. Let it burn. Let that transformation happen. You know you want it. I know you want it. I'm here for you. Kate's here for you. Super, super slow. Hand placement. Hands can be behind your head at prayer or above your head. Totally up to you. 15 more seconds, Kate. You got this. Hands are going to come to the high handlebars. Feet are going to be on that number 2. You have that catfish. Facing the front still in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, Kate. You're killing it. Hands are on the high handlebars. Feet are on that carriage. You're going to keep a flat back here. We want to put all that body weight over the handlebars. Keep those hips lifted. So lift those hips up. Lift those hips up. There you go. Nice high tippy toes. From there, send those legs out just slightly. You want to keep the hips in line with the shoulders. There you go. That's far enough. Now bend those knees in. Beautiful. Shoulders, hips aligned. We want that flat back. You're not going too far. This is a super small range of motion. All your body weight is going to be over the handlebars. Nice high tippy toes, working into that center core here. Beautiful, Kate. Micro bend in those elbows. Roll the shoulders back. Keep that good posture up here. Just because we're working into the core doesn't mean we need to lose sight of what's going on here or our lower body. Let's focus on the full body for this full 10 minutes, but target the abs. We're going to turn this into a mini catfish on deck. So let's talk about that for a second. Kate's going to move her feet, not yet, back to that second line on the carriage, around that number 6. She's going to leave her hands on the high handlebars because she has some wrist sensitivity. For those of you out there, we want to bring our hands down to the lower part of the handlebar, or if you have the other machine, onto the curved handlebars for a mini catfish, a little bit more aggressive, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to back those feet up to the second line. Hands are going to drop down to the low curved handlebars. You're going to work to keep the hips still in line with the shoulders. Then bend those knees in and extend those legs out. The further back your feet, the more aggressive it's going to work into that core. See? So aggressive. She's like, ow. Girl, you're doing it. Doing great. Your core is already spicy from 100 minutes of workout. Nice job. Really fight to keep those hips up in line with the shoulders. Nice high tippy toes. Micro bend in those elbows. Awesome job. If this is too aggressive, you can turn this back into that normal catfish. Bring those feet forward. You can play with the tension. Cool thing about Lagree, if a move is too aggressive, we have modifications for you. The whole point here is we want to build that strength so that you can get to the point where you can do every move. But how do we get there? We start small and we build our muscles, we work up. That made sense. It's a Monday. Nice and slow. The point is, take modifications. Listen to the modifications. Build those muscles slowly so that they last. Great job, Kate. 10 more seconds here. We're going to get into that plank. Hands are on the front platform. Toes stay where they are. Final minute. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands drop down to the platform. Actually, let's drop down to the forearms because your wrists are sensitive and also the demo is on the forearms. Toes are going to stay where they are. You're going to hold that plank. Evenly distribute the body weight between the forearms. Perfect plank, Kate. This is it, girl. This is your final minute of class. So breathe through it. Use your breath to your advantage. We're going to add in some variations here. We're going to keep it fun, keep ourselves alive. But we're just holding this for the next 15 seconds. Nice strong hold. Those grippies are going to come in handy on your socks. We're going to turn this into a variation where we step that right foot out to the number 3, then back to center. Left foot out to the number 4, then back to center. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right foot steps out, back to center. So you're just holding the plank. Hold the high plank or down on the forearms. Yep. Leave your feet in the center and then send those legs out. Lift those knees. Now just this foot. Bring it out. Tap the 3, then bring it back to center. There you go. Now the other leg. Switch them off. There you go. Almost there, Kate. You have 10 seconds, girl. Stay strong. This is your final variation. You're going to find your child's pose in 3, 2, 1. You guys are done. Great job, Kate. Killed it. Love it. All right, guys. Great job. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you all have a nice six-pack now. See you next time. This has been Kate and Hannah. Have a great day.